So I just wanted to talk about this briefly, and even though I had planned for an ideal time with the mics and all that, I said I was going to record it like this way because sometimes we just need to get right into it. The a lot of stuff, a lot of things, a lot of bad things have been happening in the nation. I have been thinking long and hard about it. One of the things that we get to know is that shouting is not enough. Even talking about it alone is not enough. It is a fantastic starting point, especially when there is action added to it. But that in itself, without any action, without the movers and shakers moving to get things done, cannot get things done. And so I just wanted to put out there for me as I reflect and continue to reflect on everything that has gone on and is currently going on in Nigeria. It just deepens the importance of all of us sitting into the place of our purpose and calling and doing it well. I think we underestimate that a lot. When the people, these kidnappers, some people shared videos of the people, some of these people sharing money. I've been seeing it on some of the people who are talking about it, who are sharing commentaries about it, and you can see their age. These people were once babies. Of course, it's very hard for a lot of people to look at them that way, except you have like a counseling background, psychology background, you deal with humans like I do. But I have to understand that these people or a family life background are coming from somewhere, and they didn't just jump, they didn't just evolve into kidnappers, they were groomed. So what was their family life like? What was their family life like? Who was their mom? Who was their father? What kind of upbringing did they have? What kind of environment was presented to them? How did they get into another thing I was seeing, ages 22, 25? How did they get into this at such a young age? What sort of ideologies is ruling the world? And those who have superior ideologies, who have been called to put out the ideologies, I'm not just talking about just talking or commenting, but you are pushing behind the scene. You're in the power room. Where are those people, and are they truly getting their work done? Anytime you relax, and anytime you get tired, and anytime you get weary, and anytime you feel like, hey, I beg, what, I cannot even come and die, or what am I even doing all this for? You may not see the impact, you may not feel the impact immediately, but because you reduced and you're shrinking from the calling, and you're not even obeying what God has asked you to do, there's a ripple effect and there are consequences. There are people suffering. Whether you have been called to teenagers, you have been called as a music artist to a certain audience, whether your family members and friends understand it or not, or whether you've been called to bake, or whether you've been called to become a teacher, whatever it is that you've been called to do, you're not stepping up to it. And even if you've just been called to paint, whatever it is that gift is in alignment with the calling, you're not doing it, you're a part of the problem. Because when you look at this, indeed, it is important to talk about the government. But then we have to look at this government we're always talking about. How many people, how many of them in the seat of power even have the capacity to understand what leadership is? Talk less about understanding it. Was there somebody that should have been teaching them but missed it at the time where they were willing to learn? Because it's not like, oh, leadership and learning about leadership is not everywhere now. And of course, we know that that's even a different conversation entirely. At the bottom of it all, there's a sin problem. And that is why those of us, which is all of us who have been called to spread the gospel, are we doing it seriously? Are we doing it strategically? Are we doing it in a way that is truly inspiring people? Or what are we doing? Because the more we do not do our parts, the more lives are not getting saved, and there are consequences to this action. I am saying this because it can be overwhelming, especially for those who truly want to do something, but they don't know how to do something. They can repost, they can talk, but they are just wondering after that, what next? Even beyond the PVC. It is a call as God's people. We have power. We are not helpless. We are not hopeless. God has called us and we have power. We actually have power to be able to perform. We have power to be able to manifest God's greatness and goodness here on earth. It is possible. The thing is, how many people are rising up to their calling and to their greatness? And I must say that it is not easy, because life throws so many curveballs and so many challenges as well that just make people feel. Some people have even abandoned their calling. They're just chasing mammon, although their friends feel good about it, but they know on the inside of them that something is amiss. So these are the conversations we have to have, because before things get to a state where it is as bad as it is, it starts from the root. So what is the root? What is the root? What is the root? Who was that person that taught another person about selfishness? And why did that person teach that person about selfishness? Why are people, leaders, especially in Nigeria, so greedy to the point of no return? They pack and pack and pack and pack. That's to the point of no. You know, it has gotten so bad that even in Nigeria, people are saying, share some. Share some. That's how bad things have gotten, that even in the deteriorated states, people are saying things like share some. But why do these people do the things that they do? These are questions to ask for people who want to truly solve the problem long term. The important things and the things to do in the immediate, as a citizen, as an active citizen, getting our PVC, going out to vote, those things are fantastic. But I hope that we know that there is no political savior. So while we do that and we get the right people into seat and power, please do not mistake it. Do not mistake that, oh, those are the only people that are going to cause a change in Nigeria. You are part of the people that is going to cause a change in Nigeria. And so even after voting, you have to ask yourself, what next? What is your own role? How can you raise people in your community? Because that person that you are thinking is not important to raise in your community can be an intern kidnapper of tomorrow. It's true. It's true. It's true. And it's not to just rush and go and now start doing things out of fear and agitation because hey, who knows? But your calling, face it. God is the one that knows how to put the pieces together of the puzzle. It's for you to obey, and it is for him to make it come together. But we must. That's the best way we can get empowered to get things done. Truly. And that way, we're using our voice to the people that he has authorized us to, and their lives are changing. God will help us all. Thank you for watching.